Aloha, and welcome to another episode of the Stay at Home Blues and Oranges, brought to you by After School All Stars Hawaii. My name is Miss Kim, and I am a program leader at KL All Stars. In this episode, we'll be exploring your architectural skills by taking ordinary shoe boxes and turning them into handheld games. With quarantine, I'm sure that you guys are running out of ideas to stay entertained. Can't always catch a cruise to the beach, and video games can get flat out expensive. So what do we do to kick these boredom blues? Well, I had the idea of turning old shoe boxes into handheld video games. So if you guys go grab an old box, I'll show you how you create a video game just like mine. These are the materials that you'll need for today's activity. First, you'll need an old shoe box or cardboard box like the one that I have here. Also, the extra flaps that come to your cardboard box, I ended up taking off and pre-cutting into extra cardboard pieces that you'll use to construct your actual game. So make sure you don't throw any extra cardboard away. You're also going to need some type of ball. I chose ping pong balls, but if you have marble or a small bouncy ball, that totally works too. You'll need 3 different colors of crayons. The reason being each color is going to be specific to what you draw within your actual game. A pair of scissors, some tape, and hot glue, so then we can start sticking things together. Now, if you don't have hot glue, it's totally fine. You can just use your tape. It's just going to require a little bit more tape and patience. Alrighty guys, before we can get down to constructing your boxes, you can see I already started to do slightly. We'll first need to become architects. So what is an architect? An architect is somebody who is hired to actually design what a building is going to look like. Architects can also work in the video game industry as well and design how the video game is going to work, what's going to be in it, what characters there'll be. So today we're going pretty basic. If anything, this is a lot like a ping pong table, so we're going to be designing it as such. So first thing that you guys will need to do is design your walls and get those pre-cut like you saw in my materials list snapshot. So the way I did this was by grabbing the ball that I'd be using for my video game and the piece of cardboard, and I measured it so that you had almost an entire ball's length at the top of the ball to kind of act as a protection from it going over this wall during the video game. So you'll want to get different sizes of this wall, different lengths, maybe even construct tunnels, speed bumps, whatever types of obstacles that you want to create. The next thing that you'll need to do once you get some things pre-cut is actually draw out and design the map of your video game. So I chose my entrance to be here and my exit to be here. This is where I'll drop the ball, and this is where I'm going to try to get the ball to get to. I used my blue marker to draw arrows to mark my path. I used the green marker to draw the walls and different types of infrastructure. And then I used the purple marker to circle out all of the potholes that the ball could possibly go through. So once you have everything mapped out, you can start actually gluing your infrastructure within the box. So what you're going to want to do is grab a piece like this, hold it up to the side to make sure that it's not too long or too short for the wall that you have designated. If I put it this way, this piece is just a little too long, so I'm going to snip that piece, come back, looks pretty good. I'm gonna grab my hot glue carefully, guys. Remember, it is hot glue, not cold glue. We ran out of the cold glue. Just kidding. Alrighty, so we're gonna come back. We're gonna stick this down on the green line where we've mapped out where our wall is gonna go. Hold it there for a couple of seconds, nice and firm, and release. And let it go for maybe another couple of minutes before you try to touch it or flimsy it or even put the ball in there and play the video game. You do want to give this ample enough time to dry. So now that I've had a few of my pieces in here, what I'm going to do is take my ball, and I'm going to start out by placing it in here and seeing if up to right now my video game is doing pretty well. Dropping it in.
Oh, as you can see, it made it through one of my potholes and didn't make it quite past it yet. So at least we know the holes are big enough and we know that the walls are working. So now that I know that, I can go back to actually constructing and finishing my very own Shoebox video game.
So after all the planning, prepping, cutting, and gluing, you finally have your very own Shoebox video game. Come take a closer look at mine. You can see that I've made my entrance here for the ping pong ball. It'll drop down, have to make it through a labyrinth of holes, a tunnel, even speed bumps, past another sky hole, all the way down to the exit slot. What's great about this is you not only learned how to be an architect and engineer your very own video game, but you've designed something fun that you can do with a little brother or little sister, or challenge a parent too. I challenge you to find something in your home and try to construct it into your very own activity to beat these boredom blues. Mahalo for joining us and being a part of our After School All-Star Hawaii Ohana. If you're watching us on YouTube, be sure to subscribe and turn on your notifications so you're sure not to miss any of our upcoming episodes. Also take the time to check out our other social media platforms, including Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Until next time, hui ho.